Hey, good evening. How are you guys doing?
George, good. How are you?
How's it
Good.
going?
Hi, Andrew.
How you doing?
Good, good. Okay, I'm just booting up my PC, if you can believe that.
Okay.
And it's ready to go. Oh, look at that. I'm just waiting for everybody to arrive, to show up. Welcome. Nice of you guys to join me. I've got some good news. I've got a couple of guests upcoming. I'll tell you a little bit about them in a few minutes. I'm just going to allow a little bit more time for people to kind of show up here. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well and doing a lot of shooting, I hope.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not
I
as
did
much as
some.
I want to.
I did shooting on Sunday for a workshop in Dundas.
Oh, what kind of workshop was that?
It was more mobile phone photography, and I got to learn more about the app that I downloaded that you recommended me back in my first applied photography class. So that was a neat little bonus and a little experimentation. But I haven't
Good.
got the chance to edit. I haven't got the chance to edit the photos yet. So would have done it today, but this came up and I couldn't say no to that.
No, hey, listen, love to see them unedited.
They're on my phone. I have to like try to transfer them onto my hard drive and all that stuff.
Oh, you haven't transferred
But
anything yet?
no, I haven't done that yet. No, no, no. So
Well,
they
I'm going to be
emailed them to
looking,
myself.
yeah, I'm
But
going
I
to be
have
looking
some
forward to that.
but I have
Yeah.
a buttload of photos that I've taken in like the past few years since food and applied one that and it's definitely has changed basically. So this is the photo that I really want to show you some of them. So I have like some photos that
Okay.
I really, yeah, I mean, like,
Okay, just be patient with us and we'll get you showing your photographs in a few minutes.
oh, awesome, awesome.
Okay. I'm just moving some people around here. Good. Okay, I'm going to, I just noticed, hang in there. I told you, and I think I've told everybody pretty well that these chats are pretty informal, even though they're regular. I like to keep them up on Wednesday nights for you guys that want to show some of your work. And I've been working diligently at trying to find more and more presenters. So if anybody knows somebody who does some unusual things with their camera or takes exceptional photographs, um, let me know and I'll contact them and see if they're interested in doing a presentation. I'm just cleaning my glasses here, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. The better to see you with. There we go. Oh, there you guys are. All right. That's much better. Okay, now on to bigger and better things here. So, what's going to be happening in the next little while, unfortunately, it's not until the 20th of May, but I think we can wait. 20th of May, I have a guest coming by the name of Andrew McLaughlin, and he does underwater photography of fish and amphibians and things like that, among many other things that he does. So he might be a guest speaker that comes up a couple of times on different topics. But the one I really like the best is his photograph of partially underwater and partially above water. So he seems to do a fantastic job of that, and he's going to talk about what kind of um, watertight units that he uses to house his camera, and I believe he uses a Sony. So he'll be talking mostly about housings for Sony, but they apply for all other cameras too. You just have to buy them for the cameras that you're going to be using. And Scott, welcome to the session here. And I was just talking about upcoming speakers. So Andrew McLaughlin is going to be doing underwater photography, and that'll be on May the 20th. And I'm looking forward to hearing how he does it and some of the challenges he's faced doing that type of work.
Great.
So the next thing is going to be Scott Simmons. And Scott is going to be talking about painting with light. And he compares it to a performance art. It's not just photography, but there's more to it than that. And this is his kind of work, and he's going to be showing you how he does it, what he does, some of the challenges, and it can be challenging because first of all, it takes a bit of time in order to paint with light. Secondly, the model, whoever the model is, has to stand still for that period of time. Third is the person who's manipulating the light source behind the model can't be showing up. So, there's a bit of a challenge to all of that. And he's going to be talking about that. And that's going to be on the 27th of May. So we've got 2 speakers lined up for the end of this month. I'm hoping that I might get a speaker somewhere before that, in the weeks before that, and who'll talk about something, again, a specialty. And I know that Scott also does water drop photography, which is quite interesting. So he might speak on that at some time in the future. Anyway, I am looking for guest speakers all the time. So if anybody knows of anybody, as I say, that might be a good guest speaker for this venue, it's only a 1-hour show, if you want to call it a show, but that's what it is. Yeah, it'd be great to have somebody here. The only other people that will be coming in will be Chris Atkins at some point doing deep sea photography and his search for a U-boat off the coast of Newfoundland. He did that some time back. Right now, geez, where was he? He was in New York, and not sure. I think he might be in Europe now. But anyway, yeah. I'm just good. Okay. I'm just getting rid of a few windows here. I've got too many windows opened up. And so I think that's important that I get rid of those. Now, let's see what we have for, excuse me, I'm just going over here to go to YouTube. Yeah. And make sure that I've got that channel running, because I sometimes get negligent about that. And make sure I do have it.
Yeah, it's on, George.
Is it? Oh, good. Super. All right, so we've got a few people watching on YouTube, so that's good. And for those of you that are on YouTube, if you don't mind letting me know who you are and um, where you're from, that would be helpful. And if you're interested in photography and what kind of photography, so it's always good to hear from you. Just put it in the chat window, and I'll be able to see it and pull it up and show everybody your comments. So, and if you have questions, that's a good place to ask questions. So that's what's in the future. As far as I know right now, those two are confirmed, and I'm really looking forward to seeing both of those photographers here. And let's see, I don't think there's anything else that's going to be coming up. Nope, that's it. So, gentlemen, if you have, Maurice, do you have a couple of shots you want to show us? I don't know. Is your mic on?
Mike's off.
Oh, there we go.
It's on now. Sorry, I didn't realize that. Okay, thank you, Scott. So yes, I have a lot. I was just getting the last photo that I was gonna like of my collection. I want to share with you that I've taken since. Okay, so do I click on? I'm on Zoom, so there should be a share button
At the bottom.
at the bottom. At the bottom. Oh, share.
Okay, and then when you click on the share, it should open up another window. If you have the images that you want to show open up on your desktop, then you can click on that.
Okay, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. I'm just going to hang on. And I got something else. So let me just try. I'm trying to like get them all up and open. So okay.
Yeah, you're going to be showing them one at a time, right?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
yeah. So basically, it's going to be like me going. I have like a file of it. So let me
Yeah.
show the one I wanted. I'll go to like some recent ones. So okay. Oh,
Okay.
perfect. Here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
as soon as I see it, I'm going to share it with everybody.
Do you see it though?
Hang on, I do. And I'm going to drop it in here. Bingo.
So this is some abstract photography that I did a few months ago, actually. And yeah, so this is it's a mix of color and black and white, but for this one, it was like black and white. So it's often like just being a little more experimental with the imagery that I'd taken around the city and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And this is a sewer gate, but you can't really tell. So you could just it can go in many interpretations. You can see. Let me show you another one. Ooh, this one's an interesting one.
Okay. What's that,
This is like a little bit of it's not a tire, but it's like a snow plow. But that's the thing; it could be like a tunnel.
Okay.
You could even imagine. So you can see like the ice and snow. I wanted to make sure it captured the crisp. Another one that I did. This is a little. I think it was like a gate or like some kind of like rail or something like that that I took. Even I don't remember what it was. And this was a little fence, like little like fence, like little screw on it. So you can't really tell, which is really great. So it
Huh.
could be multiple different ways. This is one of my favorite ones I took. You probably want to know what this is, actually. I actually found like cracks on a wall behind like a restaurant or a bar, and I took it and I mucked with the colors on Affinity to get it to like making it negative and all that stuff. So now it got to be black and white as opposed to or white and black or whatever. It just created this, and I muckered and I rotoscoped and muckered with the tones and shapes of the lighting.
Okay.
This is also another great one. So you can probably tell what that is, the brick wall. This is another wall. This is again, a lot of this is abstract. And this is actually one of like the thing like the furnace or something like that, like in at the Dundas Academy. So that was really kind of fun that I did. And that was actually this is ice. I just reversed it into different colors. So put a little filter on it and everything. It's another one. Little break of ice.
Huh.
This is actually, I think this was like a stare that I took. You just can't really tell it. That's the great thing about it. And these are rocks. Yeah, so a lot of this is like abstract or art photography. So that's kind of like my kind of specialty, if you will. And this is an ice I found that was like in February or January, like, you know, hanging off of a restaurant or something like that.
Yeah.
Such a I love this shot.
That looks like a skull.
That's what I like about it. It looks like a cow's a horse skull or something like that, but it isn't. That's what makes it really so cool. Is it's actually that's what I love about it. It looks like that.
What
You're
is
not
it?
the first.
Was it
Pardon?
ice?
Yeah, it's ice.
Okay,
It is
yeah.
ice.
It looks like a skull hanging on a guitar neck.
I
So
know. That's what I love about it. That's what I love about that photo. You're not the first, and you're not the last to have said that. And that's a little crack on a wall that I found, or something like that, or a stair, or like outside. Oh, and this is like some flower I took very up close in the winters. It's you can see all the details and everything. And this is a piece of ice that I quite like. And this is the alleyway of a restaurant or a bar. It has a very David Lynch feel to it, which is what I like about it. Very Lynchian, very dark and ominous. The trick was, how do I take a photo without the reflection of the glass of the window and of the door reflecting to me, because that could have ruined it. So that was a bit of a challenge trying to take that without getting caught in the photo. This is another beautiful photo. And I saturated some of the berries so it had that color, because if you saw it raw, it would have been very pale. So I want to add some element of color. And there's another one that's gravel and ice that I took. And also I kind of took some liberties with the coloring of it.
Yeah, these are some
Another
great
one?
great wallpapers.
Thank you, because I think that's why I'm planning on making selling prints of these stickers at Mulberry Cafe. I just have to submit mine to at the vending machine. That, you know, there's a little vending machine you can just. It's like if you remember, you put like these 4 quarters in for $1. You push it in, and out comes the sticker in this machine. So I'm gonna put a print of these kind of photos in there. And here's another one. I don't know, something about this I just kind of loved, like, you know, the blue. It's kind of like you're opening a world, like, you know, like a world, if you will, or like water or something. Oh, and this was the light on my car. It was going to be repaired, and what happened was I broke my light. So before it got repaired, I just turned on the light. Took this photo, and it creates this kind of like saturation flow. Okay, I just went back to it. So this creates this saturation kind of light. So you don't really know what it is actually, but it's actually a car light. Just the lens was off, so I had to get that replaced. But before I did that, I took a photo of that just to have some fun, and I'm like, turned out it looked really well. And if you don't mind me, if I click on stop sharing and sharing you on a different window. Oh, ooh, this is one that I took back in, I believe, February or before March, around that time. In February. It's February during Family Day.
Okay, you're not. Yeah, you're okay. Good.
Yeah, I just was getting that. I just had to like get there. This was in Niagara Falls, and I just adore this photo. I adore it was for a contest. I didn't win. If I did, I could have got $5,000. That would have been a nice little extra pay for this. But I actually adore. Anyway, I just love the smoke, the steam coming out of the frozen falls, and it's just such a beautiful shot. And also you can see like the city in this. And I have here we go, another one, different angle. Still had like there was some kind of smudges on the photo. So I did a little clone technique to kind of like cover it, which I sure say I did a good job on that one. This one I kind of like because you get to see up close the falls. And I added some details to, when I say added details, I just, the great thing about using Affinity and photo editing is you can like make it more crisp. And I kind of wanted to get the texture of the water, and the falls. And that was kind of neat. It was actually a challenge because, it was a challenge just to kind of like get it, because you're surrounded by people and you're holding your camera. I use a Canon 70D while all this water and ocean, and there. And it was very busy, especially it was family day. So that was kind of like, and so I didn't have all day. So I was running on time basically. But I do want to go back and take more of the falls, but this time much more downer and up close, like right where, below and all that stuff, if possible. Anyone else want to ask anything?
Yeah, any questions? If you're on YouTube, just type them into the chat. Anybody?
What type of camera did you say? Canon 70D?
Canon 70D camera. That's what I use. It's right over here, actually, right on this little bad boy.
Cool.
Yeah, I got that for like 10 plus years, and a few years ago got repaired, and so it's been like my best friend basically. It's my child basically. Yeah, that's my joke a little, but I got something else I want to share. A little. I'm going to click on stop sharing, and I'm going to definitely. I'm going to go on a different one, and I have. Ooh, okay. This one's a little fun. For my studio lighting class in photography, back in like I believe 2024. Yeah, 2024. Did this for this advertisement for like Coca-Cola, and it was for like they had like these Marvel characters, and I picked Daredevil because he's one of my favorites. And the reason why I want to make the ad was because I saw the ads the Coca-Cola was making. I'm like, those ads suck. I can do better. And so this was putting my money where my mouth is. And so what I did was I kind of wanted to invoke Daredevil, because whenever I think of like, that is like the reign of noir. And so so it's black and white, and you put the color, and I found a font that was that worked perfect. And so I just have the logo of this, and I just put the font. And yeah, I used a royalty free photo on Pixabay. It was a bit challenging to find the right one, but once I did, and yeah, so it came with a lot of Photoshop. I had to make sure, and because we had a reflecting, reflective background or reflecting bottom, it could reflect the can, and I felt that worked perfectly, because you're not just seeing the can there, you can see the reflection of it on the road, and that was a bit of a challenge. And also what I did was I used a bottle, to squirt bottle. I think it was with like water mixed with some kind of, I think it was like nail polish or something. I forget, but I have it with me, and I squirt on it so when you see the drips of water on the can, it sticks. And then I had like a little it's like where you kind of, when you have like it's like this little plastic tube that you can take the liquids out, and you start shooting it, and that's where we create the splash effects on the head of the can. So
can you zoom in on the can?
Sure, I can do that.
So
there we go. The details.
Yeah.
So here you go. And yeah, the rain. I found a trick on. I think I edited on. I believe it was GIMP that I edited on, but I found like a trick where you can create like your own rain brush, and it worked just beautifully. And you can see my little logo, my own little signature on the photo. So, But yeah, it was something. I just clicked something else. Let me just get it back up. 3. I just clicked. Oh, these are some rougher, uglier drafts. This is the final draft. So let me get back to this. Here we go. So yeah, that's the photo that I did for my lighting class assignment, and he was a great professor. He's like, this is my last one, just go all in. And I felt, you know what, I'm going to go all in. So that was a pretty cool one, actually. So
Yeah, this was at Mohawk. This was at
Was at
Mohawk.
Mohawk.
Who was the professor?
Forget his name. I have his name. He's a great professor. He also I had his name for a moment. Let me just look it up for a sec.
I'm starting that class on May 15th.
Oh, really?
But as long as enough people sign up.
Yeah.
But I'm already signed up.
Oh, John Chenko. Ceko. John Chenko. You ever heard of John Chenko?
No, I haven't.
He was my studio lighting professor. Really great guy. He does do photography, but he also does like things like, he was my professor in Mohawk for, I believe, 2024.
Okay.
It was me and like 4 other people. So because studio lighting was a very small program. So Scott, I don't know who's the professor, if John is going to be teaching, but I know that the last professor who taught studio lighting was, you know who Jess is, right?
Yep.
Wedding photographer. Yeah, I think she might be the one teaching. I don't know if she's teaching this class.
I'm doing DSLR2, I'm doing Photoshop, and I'm doing that. She's teaching, I think, DSLR2.
She taught me a DSLR2 and photography business.
But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So fingers crossed if you get these courses. I only need 3 more courses left, and then I complete it.
Great.
Yeah. I'm just gonna click on stop sharing, and let me just in my way of this. And okay. I know what to do. Next, and this is going to be. Okay. Oh, perfect. I can click on share. And this is some photography for digital 2 assignments, like rule of thirds. And I found this Sikh temple in Hamilton, and I took a photo of it. It was actually bright in daytime. I just knew it had to be black and white from day one. So this was one that I'm very proud of. And
it's almost
actually, it would definitely make a good wallpaper or a good frame. I mean, and this is a train track. I took a photo of leading the lines from in Waterdown. They had this like train, and it was actually quite easy to take a photo of that. This is actually Hidden Valley. This is frame within a frame. So this is Hidden Valley, which is in Burlington, and it's a really beautiful, quiet area. And they had this like this little bridge over it, which actually was handy because it was a bit wet. It was a bit like raining today, so it kind of helped that I was under that bridge, so I didn't have to worry about getting caught under the rain. Oh, and this is patterns. That yes, it's rocks, but I just had to alter the coloring on that one, and I took the photo just before it was about to rain. And once I was finished, I got the photo I needed. I just ran quick and just said I got to get to my car before I get hit with rain. And this was last year, so this is not that old. This is one of my favorite shots. It's a flower extreme close-up kind of, and I used a spray bottle just with regular water, because if I use it with something else, I would kill the flower. And it was in my house, so that was so that way it could create the detail. So yeah, the thing about being an artist and photographer, unless you're a journalist, but if you're just doing it for fun, you're allowed to cheat. But if you're doing like documentary or journalism photography, you're not allowed to do this. But because this is so that's what I did. And that's the same flower, just in a different angle and all that. And what I did was during the up close one, I'll go back to that, was I used these lens filters that are like they can zoom close basically when you attach it onto one of these. And you can get these like very affordably at Amazon for like, I think like $30 or something like that. I forget, but I
Do you want to show
immediately
those again?
Yeah, sure. I can show those. Oh, those filters. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Here you go. Yeah. So each one of these like filters. So for example, like this is one, they can tell you by how close they are. So a lot of it when taking that photo was a lot of experimenting. So like something like, I don't want to touch my fingers on this, like this. Like you see, it's like a magnifying glass that can go up close, zooming down. So it really helps if you want to do macro photography. That's where it becomes very, very incredibly handy. So, and there's like I had 4 of these, and so like I was super happy to get. And it was recommended by someone from my Digital 2 and event photography class. What's his? I cannot believe I forgot your name. You know him, Jorj. You had you had coffee with him. What's his face again? His name escapes me. I know it, and I swear to God, if he was watching it right now, he would totally. Jason, Church.
Okay.
He would kill me if I were to get it. Yeah, so he had these, and I'm like, I gotta get them. So I got them.
Yeah.
So it's a much more affordable than getting another lens hammerhead, because could cost like hundreds and hundreds. So it's very handy, especially So yeah, mine's like. So I got one that matched my lens.
Let me ask you a question about the close-up filters. Close-up filters are a great alternative to getting a macro lens, at least until you decide that that's what you want, because you can get sharper, better pictures. But they're sharp enough and they're good enough even with those close-up filters. But one of the things about close-up filters that you can do is you can stack them.
And they're easier to carry because you don't have to worry about, having like big lenses and all that stuff. And again, I looked at the macro lenses and I'm like, and when I heard about these, I'm like, okay, I'll take these alternatives because, if anything that can like, make my photography easier and easier to carry, I'm down for that basically. And let's see what else we got in the one. Okay, I think that's it basically, guys. There is, okay. I got 2 more photos I want to share, or 3 more photos I want to share.
Okay.
And the last one, I have something very interesting because it's going to foreshadow the May 27th Zoom chat. That's the last one. Just a little fun, So let's create some anticipation. Let me just share, and I will do. Let me just let me get the one that I'm looking for. Okay. Awesome. Here we go. Yeah, this is a friend of mine I took from studio lighting, little dramatic. It was for my second assignment, a little for light photo. Really great photo, just creates a very dramatic effect. You can see my logo over there, and that was before I started to shrink my. Yeah, if there's one thing I would do to alter the photo, I would shrink my logo from like the big MC to small. And this is and also let me just stop the sharing and I'll share something else. Let me get to the window where I'm looking for. Oh, it's not there. Okay. Okay, now we're getting it. Here we go. This is one I did just for not for class, not for anything, just shits and giggles. Just sorry to swear if you're this, but like really just for the fun of it, just create this spiral one. That's just like that I just did while editing my film. I just took a little shot of like painted red fake blood that was on parchment paper, went in Affinity and I started to just do a twirl effect. And as I did it, it created this, and created a black background, and that's where it came from. And I just thought this was kind of a neat photo. Just purely, this is what wanted to experiment with photography and experiment with Affinity Photo, which is an editing software. Then now it's my go-to editing software. And I have one that's kind of last and not least. You know how we're talking about studio or light paint photography, Jorj?
Yes.
I did one for my Digital 2 class, and this was the one. There's a funny story behind it. So here's my light painting photography, which was a challenge because I had no one to take a photo with. I couldn't get a small studio to use it. So what I did was I didn't have anyone. I was going to shoot with someone, but I didn't have I got no answer from Mohawk, and I have no other facility to use the studio. Even asked someone I knew, they said they couldn't be used that day. I'm like, darn it. So what I did was I had a plan B and a plan C. Luckily, plan B came into effect. So I went to Walmart, grabbed a remote control car, got some light sticks. I got it to the dollar store at night, bent it, taped it up. And this is the most challenging part. I had to use the remote control car to drive or spin around while trying to take the photo at the same time. And believe me, it was a pain in the butt doing it. So that's what I did. So it sort of creates this kind of like magic realism kind of photo while doing it. So, and a few little photo editing techniques to kind of make it really come to life. So that was a challenge to do, basically, not just controlling the car, but doing it while taking the photo because I had no one else to do it. So I had to do both of it at the same time, which could drive someone nuts, basically. But I'm willing to go that route. And so this would be kind of neat. But I guarantee you the one that we're going to see, the guest, his is going to be 10 times better with my light painting photography than this photo. He has probably 10 times better. So, and that's something that I want to do in the near future and want to, do, better because the next time. But I had quite fun, especially, the element of time, basically. So I do want to go back and do light painting photography in the near future. It's just, I just have to get someone who can, hey, can you kind of help me make these photos, and I'll make it worth your while. Like, just, hey, maybe I'll pay you a lunch or something like that. So that's kind of, that's all my photos I have for now. I do have some nature photography photos, but I don't want to be a ball hog or a photo hog or a Zoom hog, if you will. Does anyone else have photos they want to share? Because we're now at 7:38, and I don't want to anger anyone saying I want to share my photos. Otherwise, I'm willing to share some more.
Well, I think that I'm going to ask the group here if there's anybody that wants to share their photos. And if not, then I'm going to have you continue with the photos that you have. So, David, do you have anything to share with us?
His mic is muted.
David, are you on?
Yeah, sorry, it turned off. Yeah, I got some a few extra rocks from a place in Oswego. It's called Central Fire Crystals.
Okay, can you hang on just a second? Yeah, just hang on a second. So, what I'm going to say, Maurice, is that I think that if at all possible, if you can come in next Wednesday night to show some more of your photographs, maybe gather some of the other ones, that would be fantastic.
Next Wednesday, I can do that. I have nothing on my schedule, so let me mark that down on my calendar.
Yeah.
on Wednesday, May 6th, or not May
Yep.
6th. Oh no, wait.
No.
Yeah. You're right. May 6th. You're right. At 7 p.m.
Sounds
Perfect.
good.
I'll do that. Yeah, definitely. Will not miss this to the world. Okay. Awesome. Thanks. I definitely will do it. So
Okay, good. So we've got you scheduled in for next week. And by the way, I don't know if you've got the email for your instructors. I think that with Mohawk, the way that things are going, what's happening is that they don't have any get-togethers anymore, really, of the instructors. I have no idea who some of the instructors are, except for one, two, um, Donna Waxman and Jessica Palmer. Other than that, I don't know who the other instructors are. So if you have
well,
their
the only others
emails and
I
if
do.
you invite them to this chat, send a link from my Facebook or whatever to the chat. It'd be great to
I
have
can.
them on.
I'll look at John Chanko. That's the only other guy that I had for photography. So like,
Yeah.
like I think, like it's John CEKO. So yeah. So I'll definitely get I'll definitely get that right on there like after this, because I feel like like the fact that Mohawk doesn't do that is kind of like insane, because like
I know.
these are
There's no names up for the 3 classes I'm taking yet on Canvas or whatever it's called.
And the
Recon.
interesting thing is that there's a page when you go in there and look at the program that they actually have the instructors' names there. Now, in the 45 years that I've been teaching, I didn't know that until I finally landed on that page and I saw that there was an instructor on there, and she was part of the full-time program. And so I got in touch with Continuing Education and said, hey, can I get my name on there? And they said, sure, send us the information and we'll post it. They should be telling us these things.
I mean, I took a George Brown course a few months ago from January to March, creative freelancing. And it's at least when they post the course, you get to see who the professor is, and they make a big deal about who the professor is about. So that's like, and I mean, they're like, I even asked them for something else, like who are the professors that teach this kind of program? Like, oh, it's this, and this. Boom. And it's like, oh, thank you. And it's like, very easy, simple. It's like, and if it's someone that is interested, I'm gonna try to contact them on LinkedIn or whatever, because like like that's the thing. Like it's like, okay, at least they're kind of like, I think Mohawk could put that who's going to teach it, so that should be the selling point. It's not just the course; it's who's teaching it. It's the same thing of like of a book, right? It's not just, or a movie. It's not just the movie or the story. It's who's writing it, who's directing it, who's acting in it, who's producing it, who's a cinematographer, like stuff like that. So that's, people like to know who it is, because it's like a relationship. They want to know the person. If it's like, if we have a, let's say, a award-winning photographer that worked for the Hamilton Spectator, for example, and he was the professor at a Mohawk course, put that in there, announce it on Instagram or Facebook. That's going to get people going, because then like, oh wait, there's an actual professional. So I'm not just hearing someone teach it, I'm hearing an actual professional or business professional or an artist professional telling me how to do it. I get to learn the wisdom and tips, and they want that, because and also they feel like I get to hear, it's like this. I mean, it's one thing to learn how to cook, but if you have a master chef, it's like all of a sudden they're like, oh great, he's going to teach me how to cook. He or she or they are going to teach me how to cook really damn good.
Yeah,
that's something that I would say. And I mean, this is just like, and if Mohawk's watching this, hey, I just gave you some free ideas, so have at it. Your R&D marketing department, go at it.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, again, Maurice, thanks a lot. That was really wonderful. That was visually very entertaining, and love the work that you're doing and experimenting. Oh man, that's so important to be experimenting with your photography because that's part of the fun. David, I'm
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
I'm going to get you in here next, David, and let's see. Where am I here? And I think there we go, David. And I'm going to get your stuff in here as soon as you share it. Oh, I got it. Okay, there we go.
Okay. So this is basically taking pictures of rocks, different types, and then subjecting them to UV lighting. And as you can see, it's quite a difference between the two. There's basically three different types of UV, 254, 365, which I use, and then 395 nanometers. The 395 doesn't really give great results. And all these different rocks, crystals are supposed to have some sort of healing system with theory with them. This is the opal one, which comes up pretty bright. But the blue spots on it are actually dust. It's great if you go around your house with a UV light, then you'll find out how dusty it is. Again, this one, bright yellow. It's quite amazing the difference between just sort of what looks like a piece of rock, and then you put the UV light on, and it comes out pretty bright. This one was a pretty hard. Um, it I found it very difficult to because the UV excites the rock, and it comes up in when you look at it normally it looks okay, but when you try and photograph it, it becomes slightly more difficult. But I'm just experimenting on that. And you got the white quartz, which comes out beautiful yellow and orange. Now these ones are pretty spectacular. You get a quite a nice sort of semi-rainbow effect from it. And then you got the Upalite flamestone, which seems to be fairly popular, and it looks like it's on fire when you put the UV light on it. Then you got it says it's pink carlite, but it turns out to be more orange than pink. But again, you can get some different, the same rock, but from different parts of the world, and they're all slightly different. Now this one comes out nice, sort of yellowy, goldy colour. I'm not sure if this. I've got another one which is fool's gold. I'm not sure if this is classed as it as well. Then you've got blue, and that comes out. Just some fantastic colours on it. And there's just literally hundreds of different types of rocks. People, they call them rock hounds. They go out and they go around breaking rocks open. And this one is just a normal quartz, but when you break open a stone, it looks like a stone, but then you break it open and then you've got all the quartz crystals inside. This is a man-made one. It's quartz with titanium, It's put in a chamber which is vaporized, and then you get these fantastic colors. It's great for displays, etc. Amethyst. This one doesn't really do anything, but it just looks good. And then we got these are ones I've just brought recently, as I say, literally just down the road, which is useful. And again, I'm having trouble on some of these just getting the focus right. I'm not sure if it's the whatever it is in the rocks get too excited. But this is fluoride crystal. This was quite a big chunk, and that comes out a beautiful blue. Now these are the same fluoride, but just different type of rock. But again, they come out blue again. And we got the Paz. This one, this is the Fool's Gold rock. And this is the same rock, but that one was polished and quite a shine on it. But this one is just normal rock. Uh, hasn't been polished or anything, but you still get that gold and yellowy look on it. And then we got the ruby. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but this one again, if it's polished up, it becomes quite green with pink. But when you put the UV light on, it's basically all red and dark blue. I think that's it. So just going around trying to. I brought a lot of the rocks from China, mainly because they're cheaper than places. American, they do a lot in the States, but again, it's quite expensive. And then I found this place, literally Oswego, which is Six Nations, and they had quite a few there, and quite reasonable price. That's my
So,
little show.
Dave, do you have one of your UV lights handy so you could show people what
Yeah,
it looks
I can.
like?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. Stop sharing. Oh, it disappeared.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yep,
I've lost you.
I can see you.
Can you? Right, I can't see you, so I'm not sure if you can see. This is a convoy UV. This is the 365 nanometers, and I've
Okay.
just literally purchased.
You'll just have to hold it up a little higher.
Oh, right. Oh, up there.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, perfect.
And this
And
one splits in
are they
half, so you can unscrew it, and then it's got two batteries in it.
right?
But just taking it, it's quite big and heavy to carry around.
Yeah.
It's okay for the studio, but yeah.
And where was that from? Amazon or?
No, both of these are from China. This
Okay.
was, I think, about 40, just over $40. And if you buy them here, the guy wanted $135 for the same thing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I've just literally got this little small one, which is the 254 nanometer in C. And
Yeah.
but this one, you get it's not as strong as the other one. So again, you get a different type of light from or different reflection from the stones itself. This
Okay.
one just comes with one battery. But yeah, China, unfortunately, is the products are good quality, and I don't know, they're just cheap, a lot
Yeah.
cheaper than what you buy. This one here, you talk, as I say, most of them, even on Amazon, you can pay $100 odd plus for it, and and the quality is exceptional.
Yeah. So you ordered them, and how did you find out where to order them from in China?
It's just there's two. There's Team U, and then there's this other one which I deal with now. Um, and you give them, you just go on. It's a bit like Amazon. You just type
Yeah.
in what you want, and then they will come up with loads of different manufacturers. You do get pestered a lot, I must admit, by them, but you know, you want one thing, and then you get like six different manufacturers pestering you. But then I suppose it's like most things. If you leave it for a while, they get cheaper and cheaper because they want your business, basically.
Oh, I see.
So it's the waiting. Yeah, the other one is Alibaba.
Okay.
They're quite they're very big. You can buy literally anything from them. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm looking at photo frames from them,
Yeah.
and they're ridiculously cheap compared to what you want to. I've been paying, you go into Michael's or whatever, and you just pay a fortune. I started buying them from Amazon, but they kept coming, delivering them all damaged, so ended up sending them back. So I'm going to take a chance with this Ali Alibaba and see how they come. Because they're all made in China. Everything you get from Amazon, or the majority of stuff I get from Amazon, is made in China. So in a way, you're cutting out the middleman.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for showing us those images of the, I guess you would call
Yeah,
them
just
fluorescing
it was,
rocks.
yeah, it was just something I saw in one of the photo magazines, and I thought, oh, I'll give that a try. And it is quite interesting. It's just amazing the difference. You look at these rocks and you just throw it away. And then you shine a light on it and you get this fantastic array of colors, etc. So yeah, it's a bit different.
Okay. Well,
Nice photos, David. They look really nice.
Thank you. Oh, the other thing I found, which I've just started doing, is when I'm taking just the rock, because I use a macro lens, I've been using stacking. So I do like 20 shots, and it gives a much better uh, picture of the actual rock itself. You tend to get a more even image rather than just one part of it being in focus and the rest of it out.
so you're doing
So
focus stacking.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it's something new which is working out. It does work out a lot better when it takes a while. But you can't use raw files. You have to use JPEG.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now what program are you doing that in? Photoshop or Lightroom?
Yeah, yeah,
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
I'm
Just load them
surprised that,
straight.
yeah, I'm surprised they won't let you do it with RAW.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why, but you have to. I just use JPEG fine, and then that. But they come out good. So
Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, again, Dave, thank you very much. Really appreciate
you're
you
welcome.
showing us those images. Makes all the difference in the evening. So I'm going to ask because it's getting close to 8 o'clock. I don't have a scheduled time that I have to shut down. Does anybody else have any photographs to share? Love to see them.
I got one, if everybody's okay with that.
Yeah, I
I'm
just.
sure, I'm sure they
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
Okay,
I just
hang.
didn't want to go over Scott or anything like that. I know I was on last week. I had some stuff. So mine's of a rock too, so to speak.
Yeah.
So here we go.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I took that one through my telescope.
Wow.
So like I said, it's a mine's of a rock as well. So I get a little bit of UV light on that too, David.
Yeah.
Uh,
Might need a big light.
yeah. So it's a little bit dark. So when I uploaded this onto like social media and Flickr, I kind of corrected the exposure a little bit. I brightened it. I didn't do it here. I kind of forgot. I forgot to do it and save it for this, but so this is the first time I'm using a mirrorless camera on my telescope. So usually it's a DSLR because I can look through the optical viewfinder on it. So this was a little bit of a pain to take this picture. I got a little bit frustrated doing it. I'm using that Canon R5 Mark II, and there is so many settings in that camera that I still don't know what's turned on and what's turned off. I couldn't take this picture. I'm like, what the heck am I doing wrong here? The shutter just wouldn't go. It turns out there's a setting there where it won't take a photo if you don't have a lens on the camera. So, because I got an adapter that it's for Canon cameras. Uh the RF, sorry, not RF. What's the EOS mount called? My brains are not working too good these days. They're regular EF mount lenses. I got an adapter for that that goes right onto the telescope. So there's no electronics involved with it. It's just literally just mounting it
Hmm.
to the scope. So, but that's it. That's my one photo. It's one shot. Tried to get it as sharp as I could. And like I said, with a mirrorless camera, trying to focus with that little tiny uh the electronic viewfinder, it can be quite tedious. So, and a little bit of a pain.
Yeah, that's good though. The detail is really good.
Yeah.
I've tried so many photos of the moon and they come out terrible, and that's really good. You can see all the craters and everything. It's
Thank you.
amazing.
It
Yeah.
might have mentioned this before on a past show. The best time to take pictures, like if you want to get real like detailed shots of the moon with like shadows and craters and all that, is to take it when it's in a phase like this, like a waxing gibbous state or something like that, because that's how you get that contrast.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Yeah, you get all those shadows. It's fantastic. Can you zoom in
Yeah.
on that just a little bit?
We can try.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's it is a little bit sharper. That's like the compressed web version that I uploaded. It's only 96 DPI there that I'm using. So, but the camera that I was using, it's 47 megapixels. So I was able to get quite a bit of detail. And I'm looking at it right now and I can see like dust. I don't know if you can see my cursor there.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah.
one crater there. You could see kind of like dust coming on. It's pretty amazing, actually, what you can see up there.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, that's it. That's my
that's
one
fantastic.
photo.
Okay, so my only question is, and I'm making a prediction now. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to make a, I'm going to, let's see. I don't know if I can get you back here. Yeah, I'm going to make a prediction. I think that uh, Google Maps is going to send an automated robot to map the surface of the moon.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like they did with the Earth. Hey, they're going to do it with the moon. You want to go somewhere to a crater on the moon? Just type it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Why
see
not?
it.
It'll eventually happen. Google
Yeah.
Maps.
Yeah. So
So
thanks, Joe.
I
just
said
need to
it
figure
first.
out how to get the brick pattern behind here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Okay.
can up on the screen there or not.
Hang on.
Oh, there we go.
Are you going to share something? Is that what?
No. I was
Oh,
the picture of me and you there on the screen. I was wondering how I got that brick wall behind me. So
oh, you
I
like
kind
my
of,
brick wall?
is
Okay.
that
Well, yeah, that's here. I'll turn it off. There you go.
oh, there we are. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I hit something I didn't know.
No, no. I can put anything behind you I want. I can put you in I can put you in embarrassing situations too. I don't know.
On the moon?
On the moon, I can do that. I can put you on the moon. All I need
Put them
is
in
a
embarrassing
good
situations.
good landscape shot.
Yeah.
Well, boys and girls, anybody else have anything to share? Scott? Oh, your mic's is off.
I haven't tried before. I don't know how to proceed. They're right there in my files.
Okay, so
I
you
can
have to,
try.
yeah, you have to open them. You have to open them up on your desktop, and then go back to Zoom, and then click the share button at the bottom, and you'll see that on your desktop, and click on that, and we'll figure it out from there.
Try this as a learning thing.
Hang on, I'm just going to.
All right. System settings
Okay.
open, I guess.
Okay, so all I need is for you to share that presentation. Go down to the bottom in Zoom, and you'll see the share up arrow in a rectangle.
Okay.
You click on that, and it should open up a window of all the possible things you could share. Just find your image.
Just a sec here. Share. Window?
Well, is your image in one of those windows?
No.
Okay.
I've opened it on my desktop.
Yeah. So your desktop should be one of those windows when you click on share at the bottom
Really?
in the Zoom window.
Mm,
Does one of
Is it
them say
an
desktop?
no, it just says, okay, it says open system settings, desktop.
Are you on a PC or a Mac?
It's a Mac.
Yeah.
Show
So
items on desktop.
you probably have to go into system settings to allow it to be shown.
Oh boy. And
So allow Zoom to show
there. Show items on desktop. Stage manager. Sorry, maybe I should learn this and do it next week. It's
yeah, if you want to do that, what we can do, Scott, is we can have a session, just the two of us, to make sure it'll run smoothly and that everything works. And that way we can kind of work it out together.
yeah. I mean, I'm almost there, but I've got desktop and dock picked. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess it would say application windows. And then you'll just see whatever photo, if you have it open, it'll be there. And then you just click it once and then just click share again.
Oh, group windows by application? No, I don't want to waste anyone's time here. It's not giving me the share option. That's the thing.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
We can call it a night, unless anybody has anything else to share. Does anybody here have anything else to share? Okay, if you do, let's save it till next Wednesday, And Scott, if you want to hang in there after we shut down, if you've got a
Yeah.
few minutes, we can go over this.
I do.
Okay.
I'm almost there, but I just don't know how to get her done here. Oh. No. Cast.
Nope.
No. Anyways, I'll
Yeah.
I'll let people.
Well, we'll do
please.
that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close things down, and then I'm going to reopen Zoom, and using the same address you came to get here, you can sign up again to Zoom, and we'll carry on, because this will end the session for the YouTubers, and it's only Zoom that will continue. And for those of you who want to come back at all, just to chat, it won't be broadcast anywhere.
Hmm.
Okay, it'll just be on Zoom. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a night. It's a night, and I'm just going to get down to my last little thing here. I ask everybody, whoever happens to be on YouTube, please leave me a like. It's always nice to have a like. If you liked what you heard tonight and what you saw tonight, that would be fantastic. And of course, subscribe. I always like to have people who subscribe. Then you'll be notified of any upcoming events that are going to take place. And I'm just going to very quickly review the two things that are coming up. And that would be Andrew McLaughlin, who's going to be talking about underwater photography and some of the challenges he's faced there, and showing some of the images that he's done. And of course, I'm going to have Scott Simmons, who's going to be showing painting with light, which he considers not just photography, but a performance art. And he's going to be talking about the challenges of painting with light and some of the equipment that he uses and how he does it. So I know that Maurice, you might be interested in that. And so that'll be on the, 27th of May. So looking forward to that, guys. And I think that's about it. So if you can like it, subscribe, and thank you very much for coming tonight, everybody. And look forward to seeing you next Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. And